Hello, everyone. I welcome you back to Salted GH Sports. After the game one in the Premier League, the excitement, the emotions, the anger, the last minute drama. Wow. This shows clearly how the English Premier League is rated the best league in the world. My name is Tiffany. I'm your host as always. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I have with me here a fine gentleman, Desmond. I want to introduce. All right, bro. How far?
Oh,
You got your cool.
yeah.
Chelsea, we gave him the month we really gave. It was very tough. Now let's get quickly into the week two. So far, Chelsea will travel to West Ham, the London Stadium. Chelsea in their previous game, the expectations were very high. They couldn't win. West Ham, on the other hand, were beaten by Sunderland. What do you have to say in their next meeting?
Chelsea in their previous game, they came up against a compact, organized Crystal Palace team. They were finding it difficult to break their lines. And I think Chelsea have to step up in terms of their transitions and then their ball playing progressions and stuff. I think they are missing the person in Liverpool and they are missing him so much. And that is harming them as well. Yeah.
And would you say West Ham, they lost 3-0 to Sunderland. What are some of the things I was saying here to secure a win in their next game?
West Ham losing against a newly promoted side Sunderland, I think it's not a good thing to write in the books of West Ham. Their coach, Graham Potter, will have to work for the team defensively, get the team defensively organized.
John Pedro was the expected hyper also against Crystal Palace. Do you think the Palace defense was so compact?
Oh yeah. If you see the physicality up front and now Joao Pedro wasn't able to cope with her, it shows clearly. They only brought on the lap for him to come and prove something up front. Like they were able to create some chances up front. Yeah.
And see, in their next game against West Ham, what should Enzo Maresca and the Chelsea boys then also way to step up and secure these 3 points?
They will have to be tough in their mentality. Say they will have to win it impossible to win this game. Whether winning it beautifully or ugly, they will have to step up.
Yeah. Okay. So your prediction for this game?
I think it's going to be a slimming for Chelsea.
A slimming
because
for Chelsea.
I think West Ham will be defensively compact. I think they will like to replicate what Crystal Palace did against Chelsea. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now to the next game. We played very well for Manchester United against Fulham. They are traveling to the Grieving Cottage. Manchester against Arsenal, they dominated totally in terms of possession, in terms of attempts, take-ons. Manchester was exceptional. Even though Omantima had that win to boost, by getting into the game against Fulham, should they replicate that same performance against Arsenal? And I said, what should we expect?
Manchester United in their previous game, I would like to pick some positives. Matheus Cunha was impressive, making the most of take-ons in the first game week of the Premier League. I think it's a positive thing for Manchester United. And Brian Mbeumo as well shows some glimpse of quality in their previous game as well. But I think Manchester United will have to work defensively hard. I think adding one more quality centre back for Manchester United will bolster their defense. I think Manchester United have been conceding lately so many goals from corner kicks. And I think Ruben Amorim will have to work on that as well for Manchester United.
Well, yeah. Ruben Amorim, in his last 28 games as a Manchester United manager, has lost 15 times. Do you think he's the best for the job, or they should look somewhere else?
I think he has not been provided with all the acquired tools and materials for him to create a Manchester United for himself, like a fully Ruben Amorim team. I think they are playing according to his style and then stuff, but I think he needs three or two signings to be able to elevate this Manchester United.
We shouldn't forget Manchester made some signings in Mbeumo and the likes. Do you still think they need more signings?
Oh, sure.
Because we share Man U team now. On my signings against Arsenal, we dominate here. But Nagasamo boy, look at the introduction of Diallo, Ahmed Diallo. Omuba gave him change. Which signings are you talking about again?
I think Arsenal were lucky on the day. the sense that shows the mentality of a team. They are ready to win the Premier League title. And I think Arsenal showed it clearly. Say, as Premier League title contenders, you have to do anything possible to win such games, whether you are dominating or not. I think we give it up to Arsenal.
All
Say
right,
they will go
all
to.
right. Then let's move on to Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur. Mohamed Kudus in his first Premier League debut, provided 2 assists, exceptional. Antoine Semenyo, on the other hand, let's say 2 goals. I don't know why Ghana we have these two solid players. We couldn't qualify for the AFCON. But anyways, let's just proceed. Man City, Tijani Rangers, his first debut, O'Shea. People don't actually watch the Seria A. They doubt the qualities of such player. But against Wolves, City was back scoring 4 goals, and then Haaland, let's say 2 goals. A very good start for him. Against Tottenham Hotspur, who has played against Paris Saint-Germain, and then Burnley. What are the expectations?
I like to touch on Manchester United, Manchester City first. Manchester City has made 2 quality signings. They've already come in. They've adapted well. I think they've adapted quite quickly. To the Premier League. Tijani Reinders' impressive performance from the Netherlands International. Like, you ever born about to say why? If you look at his passes, his creative movement and then ability to create space for others as well to score goals. If you look at that pass from him to Luis and now Dima Haaland and Osheguna, you see clear quality from the Netherlands. Yeah.
But we shouldn't doubt Thomas Frank. Coach we were defensive mindset kakra. Was also per long throw and then very good at set piece. City against Tottenham, Etihad. Mostly based on counter attack. Because I'm sure I say Tottenham was where we defend and then play on counter with their qualities up front. Ometima causes some problems to the City defense now.
If you look quite closely, Richarlison and Mohamed Kudus, they are building that connection. They are able to find each other in any space. Or when all other players in the Premier League are. And yeah, player there never Premier League now, bet my son. But I think say Mohamed Kudus or Premier League, we cannot attest to the fact say transfers. No, we all hoping say we call Chelsea, but I think it could have hampered his development. But I think say the transfer from West Ham to Tottenham Hotspur, I think it's a good one for the Ghanaian international.
Your prediction for this game?
So I think City is going to win this one.
Oh,
Yeah, let's
okay.
leave it for City.
Now let's move on to quick one before we move on to the Spanish La Liga. Arsenal leaves. Arsenal, we also say, or that kind of winning mentality. Even at his worst day, he managed to secure the 3 points. Very solid. Against Leeds United, who won against Everton?
Leeds, all first game, they showed some glimpse of quality. I think their promotion from the championship to the Premier League is not a feat. Seeing them, they won their first match against Everton. And I think they should all watch out for them against Arsenal. And Arsenal on the other hand also, they won their match against Manchester United. I think it was an impressive win, even though they were able to dominate that game. But I think a win for Arsenal will do.
Newcastle, Liverpool. Game where it's really going to be intense. We share the Ishak saga now. Newcastle elbow home, very, very tough. The fans behind them, the players, their readiness and everything. Liverpool is really going to find some difficulties in securing that 3 points. But for me, Florian Wirtz, in the first game against Bournemouth, now or your slow kakra, do you think Newcastle for me soon as a weak link to cause some problems?
Oh yeah, because Seria he doesn't have that much physicality in the Premier League. I think it's finding it difficult to adapt to the Premier League at the moment. He's adapting quite slowly, and I think Florian I don't think he should start this game for Liverpool. If I were an slot, coach and slot, I wouldn't start Florian for this match. But I think Liverpool will be missing Darwin Nunes because the last time when they played at the St. James Park, he was the one who came out to the mantle and now to be a winning match. I think so.
So a very slice win for Liverpool.
Yeah.
All right.
It's going to be. We shouldn't be shocked if it's a draw, but I think Liverpool will come out.
All right. So now, viewers, you are watching Sorted GH Sports. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for everybody to watch this video. Now let's move on to Spanish La Liga. Barcelona won against Mallorca 3-0. But we shouldn't forget Mallorca were 2-man down. But in the second half, Barcelona had only one goal. Getting into the game against Levante, which did say Barcelona shot team almost sitting back bebree. Their goal scoring tally very difficult now.
I don't think so because Barcelona have one of the most prolific attacks in the world at the moment, and I think with the likes of Lamine Yamal, Rashford, Rafinha, and the likes, I don't think uh, the team they are coming up against will be able to cause any havoc in terms of defensive compatibility for Barcelona. Barcelona would like to win this game to steal 6 points.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Italian Serie A, Napoli were crowned champions. Antonio Conte has done a marvelous job. In Antonio Conte, or Inter Milan is a trophy, by Chelsea already trophy. So this manager is seen as manager of the trophies, especially the league. Or a Champions League now maybe poor from Kakra. But let's see what will happen this season. Napoli are hosting Cagliari. Romelu Lukaku out for 3 months. Kelvin De Bruyne, Scott McTominay last season, or he was crowned the best player. What should we expect in this game?
And I think Napoli will be missing Romelu Lukaku in terms of his physicality up front. It's aerial duel winnings. I think they'll really miss him because for a player who can score header goals for you, who is strong as well, I think Napoli will have a difficult game missing Romelu Lukaku. But I think with the integration of Kevin De Bruyne as well, he has so much quality. We all know Kevin De Bruyne. His ability to find his players in the third half of the box. Yeah, I think they are likely to win this game.
Okay. Inter Milan Torino. Last season, Inter Milan came close to winning the Scudetto. Now, getting to this game, they've lost their manager, Simeone Inzaghi, against Torino at San Siro. Dandela.
Oh, because it's a first game, I don't think it's a done deal for Inter Milan. Inter Milan last season were close to winning the treble, but I don't know what happened. And they lost woefully to PSG 5-0. And one of the, I think, easiest Champions League winnings for PSG. And then in the Coppa Italia, they lost to Bologna. And I think for their new manager, he has a lot of work to do in terms of building their players' mentality. And I think for this game, it's a must win for Inter Milan.
It's a must
For their
win.
fans.
It's a must win for Inter Milan. Viewers, you know the courtesy here. But don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you, Desmond.
Well,
Thank you for coming today. My name is Derek Sefadebra, the host as always. Stay safe and be good.